Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Tokyo Dark Remembrance. I am very low on energy from some of the stuff that's been going on lately, so I will push forward as much as I can. But I will probably flub a lot of lines, and I will make it funny when my exhaustion takes over and things get stupid. But regardless, we're here. Let's hit continue. Alright. Right, okay. No, I don't want to enter just yet. I want to do more exploration. I love the cherry blossoms this time of year. Kazuki and I will have to arrange a picnic before they're gone. That's red paint. We're gonna ignore the red paint for just a little more. Shrine Gate. The divide between the sacred and us mortals. The shrine belongs to must be up ahead. Frickin' bird almost made me jump scare. I can see something floating in the river with more red markings on it. I need to carefully fish it out so I don't disturb it. I'm gonna need a tool. Look or shoot to break free? What do you mean, shoot to break free? Maybe I could use one of these bamboo stalks to get whatever's floating in the river. No way I'll be able to break it with my bare hands, though. Oh. And that's the end of the screen. She looks very unnatural standing on the grass right here. Okay, I'm going to go back and investigate, this. The red markings. Red paint. I guess Kazuki's hunch was right. But why this house? I'll leave it for now. Forensics might be able to make something out of this. Okay, my investigation went up by 5 more points, which is great. What are my stats anyway, again? Okay, so I have -7 to sanity. My professionalism got knocked back down to 0. Forgot about that. -9 to neurosis is good. Plus 21 on investigation. Okay. Okay. Ask about station security. Welcome to Kamakura. I was actually looking for some information. Information? Well, you've come to the right guy. Names... Okay, how do I pronounce this particular Japanese name? It's one that I'm not very familiar with. Magira. I think it's Magira. Did you know that I'm no mere station attendant, but also a volunteer tour guide on my days off? A jack of all trades. I can see from your blank expression that you don't believe me, but I'm the best there ever was. I'm not even from around here, and I could still tell you everything there is to know about this place. Guidebooks, maps, the internet! Ha! Silly toys for amateurs. I've got it all up here! Right. That's, great. Magira? Is that Japanese? Anyway, what kind of security do you have at the station? Are there many cameras set up here or around town? Cameras, you say? I guess I should explain. I'm a detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. Ah, I see. I'm really less of a current events kind of guy and more of a people and dates sort. Some call me a master of time and identity. Okay, you know what? That's just silly enough for me to find it amusing. If I had harnessed all my incredible knowledge and ability to examine the minutiae of events, I could have become a great detective myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. You keep telling yourself that. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Well, okay, maybe this one's a bit more up your alley. Can you tell me about the shrines around here? Maybe some off the beaten path? Oh, I know. Just down the street, there's some old shrine and... Yes? The shrine is, old and, nice? Go on. Okay, so dates aren't really my thing. You don't say. But that wasn't fair. You caught me unawares with this one. I really am quite knowledgeable. Right. I could make a political joke here, but I'm not going to. Yep, I believe you. So where is this shrine? Easy. Just up the road, to the right. Or was it down to the left? Sorry, directions aren't really my thing. You don't say! Oh, I see. Well, what do you know then? The locals say it has a weird aura to it. See, bet you didn't know that. Yeah, I'll, have to look around for myself. Thanks. That was utterly useless. I should have gained... I was going to make another note that... words. I'm good at them. I swear. I was going to make a statement about how that entire conversation added to my personal neurosis, but... yeah, no. The joke ain't forming. I do want a replica of Ito's button. Because, it's got a very The World Ends With You vibe to it. Right, I could be running. Alright, fine. I will shoot to break free. I will probably lose a professionalism point. I really should do this, but, oh well, there's no one around, and it seems like the fastest way to get myself some bamboo. It made me lose sanity and professionalism. I'm still considered stable, apparently. What am I doing? Using the broken bamboo, I can easily push objects out of the water without disturbing it. A train pass, and just like I thought, it has red paint on it. I should go to the station and see who this belongs to. You mean there's nothing... I honestly don't believe this. Ask about the train pass. Hi. Oh, what can the great Megara help you with? I found this commuter pass by the stream. Could you tell me who it belongs to? Yeah, sure, just... Is that blood? Oh, there's red markings? No, it's paint. I think. You think? The blood really isn't my thing. It's definitely not blood. Smell it. Smell? No need. I believe you. Right. It's not blood. Give it here. Okay, a little bit got on me, but that's fine. No problem. It's just paint, not blood. Nope, not blood. Deep breath, Megara. Right. Sorry about that. Temporary loss of composure. Allow me to effortlessly find the owner of this pass. Damn thing, I'll just swipe it again. Here. Let's see. As fortune would have it, I know the owner of this card. It belongs to Mai, the youngest daughter of the Kawana family. A very interesting family indeed. Oh, and what makes them so interesting? Well, they own a lot of land in the area, and have donated a considerable amount to the local shrine as well. I often see Mai working there. The house next to the station with the laundry hung up outside actually belongs to her grandmother. Except for Mai, they're all pretty close to her lot. She's usually a very careful girl. I can't see her dropping her pass without coming to see me about it. I know all about those passes, after all. I am the expert on train passes. Mai's a good kid. You don't think she's gotten involved with nefarious types, do you? Well... Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure it's nothing, but I wouldn't mind talking to her regardless. Well, if she's here, she's probably at her grandmother's. Anything else you'd like to know? That's all for now, thanks. The soundtrack... There's some dissonance to it. Going from the happy, cheerful conversation to the spook stuff. I guess I'll look in first. Hey, investigation +1. A dark room covered in dust. Hard to believe somebody actually lives here. Let's knock. There doesn't seem to be anyone home. Same line as before. What was that? It sounded like it came from behind me. Uh-oh. The door's open. Excuse the intrusion, I'm with the police. Is anyone here?
Who are you? How did you get into my house?
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. My name is Ito, and I'm with the police. The door was unlocked.
You think because you're with the police, you can just walk through my house with impunity? I thought I locked the door. What did you say your name was? Not that it matters, whoever you are. You shouldn't be in here.
Hey, Beardy.
You count yourself in. You can see for yourself out. The door, I know I locked it. Were you followed?
Followed? No, I'm looking for your granddaughter, Mai, and I wanted to ask you about the red markings outside.
Mai? Hey, you want her? She's a good girl. You leave her alone. The last thing I need is the police sniffing around my house. I came here, I want to be alone, so that my family and I could live in peace. All we're doing is bringing unwanted attention. Besides, I don't care about those superstitious markings.
Okay, you don't say. Tell me more. So, you know what those markings are?
After I warned the people who made marks and rays so that they wouldn't get lost. A guide for those who passed into the spiritual plane. Or likely it's a vandal. Shh! Can you hear that? Oh, hey, it's not this time. Emiko? Emiko, is that you? No, she's gone. Why is it called to yourself? Perhaps you can be the one to free me from this torment. Perhaps these old bones have suffered long enough. If it wants to leave, then I'll give it to you.
Whoa, slow down. Give me what? What are you talking about?
You helped me. Won't you? Take it from me. I want to go with you.
Sanity -1. Sanity -5. -10.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
Sorry, what is this? I feel strange.
I spent years trying to answer that very question. Fruitless years. I don't know.
I have to get out of here. I'm sorry.
Yes. Take it away from this place.
As soon as I touched it, it was as if the lens through which I viewed the world was jarred out of focus. My vision swirled and shifted, my legs became limp, and a vile smell assaulted my nostrils. I pushed my way back towards the entrance. I needed to get out of that house. Well, now I understand the save icon. And how am I stable with a -28 to my sanity? The wave of sickness that overcame me began to fade as I emerged from the old, musty Koana house. Immediately, my mind began to write off what I had experienced as coincidence, feelings brought on by a lack of sleep and a strange case. After a few lungfuls of the spring air, my headache subsided and the nausea lessened. With every step I took out the door, the strong emotions I felt while holding the mask got farther away as well. Maybe it was the old Kawana woman who had made my mind go to such a strange place. What other explanation could there be? Game logic! Yeah, Beardy, you're absolutely right. Game logic. But as I walked away from the house, I stopped and broke into a cold sweat. My skin erupted into goosebumps. Something wasn't right. The mask was still firmly in my grasp. My knuckles had grown white from gripping it so tightly. Why? Why had I held on to it? Before I could think of an answer, a scream from the direction of the shrine broke through my muddled thoughts. You've got to be kidding me. Go to the shrine. Oh, here we are again. That day at the shrine, I saw Rina for the first time, the girl whom Kazuki had been chasing, and who would be his killer 6 months later. Damn it! So, apparently there's no timeline where we can save Kazuki. Her eyes kept darting around, making her mental state impossible to read. I mean, granted, I'm assuming that. Until that day, I'd never seen her, but she felt familiar. As I moved toward her, I began to feel uneasy. Held at knife point was my Kawana, who must have been dragged there shortly before I arrived. Even in the warm spring air, I remember a shiver going down my spine. Oh, wait. I thought that we were about to go into a different dialogue cutscene. Tanaka! What exactly is going on here? Everything's under control, Ito. Stay behind me.
Who is she? Tell her to go away. If she doesn't, I'll do it. I swear.
I can't remember the yandere-style voice I used specifically for her last week. I really should do recaps of my own voices when I come on here, but whatever. It is what it is. Please don't hurt me. I don't know anything. Please. Reina, this is my partner, Detective Ito. I told you she'd be coming, remember? See? She's staying right there behind me, just like I said she would. No one's trying to trick you. What took you so long, Ito? Anyway, tread lightly and follow my lead. I'm gonna wait for the timer to expire. Before that day, the possibility of ever using my gun on another human being never occurred to me. In my mind, doing so was a failure as a detective, a sign that you hadn't thought the situation through, and that all the other options had failed. The Ayami I knew would never have pointed her gun at a girl, but suddenly, as I stood under the cherry blossoms, that Ayami was replaced by somebody else. I was a passenger in my own body, looking on in horror as a woman identical to me began to squeeze the trigger. My thoughts were lost in the din of 1,000 terrified voices. You mean that waiting for the counter to expire did nothing to change the situation? I feel cheated. I feel legitimately cheated. I feel cheated. I feel legitimately cheated. I wish I could say I lost consciousness or didn't remember what I did, but that isn't true. I remember every moment, every second, and every face that looked at me in horror at what I did. Sanity minus 10? The timer keeps looping. I can see the mask in the background as well. I don't know how well it's showing up on your end. I absolutely hate this. I have no other fucking options. Fine. Ito, what are you doing? Ito, put your weapon down. Don't do this. Kazuki's shots never even reached my ears. The world I'd been in moments before no longer existed. There was darkness, and it was only me, the girl, and the voice that told me to do one thing. So I did. I almost want to rage quit. I almost want to rage quit. I'm just... Okay. It's a psychological horror game. There is obviously railroading that's going to happen. I was semi-warned that there are a lot of bad endings in this game. Okay. As my fingers pulled the trigger, Verena looked at me and smiled. I wondered why she smiled, knowing that at that moment what was about to happen to her. It was as if she knew exactly what was happening to me. That she looked me right in the eye as a bullet ripped through her skull. The smile never left her face even then. Even after she died. Ayami, can you hear me? Nurse, she's awake. Listen to me, Ayami, you're going to be fine. You collapsed after the gunshot. Huh? Gun? What are you talking about? Oh no, that girl, what did I do? Hey, don't move, you need a rest. What did I do? Ayami, calm down. Nurse! Detective Tanaka, if you could just hold her still for a moment. Everything's going to be fine. The nurse is going to give you something to help you sleep. I kind of like how the blips of an EKG is part of the OST. Robert, you're playing Hades 2 when you could be playing Dragon Quest. Then again, I know what you did earlier today, so this VOD might age like milk. Can I pull up my stats mid-dialogue? Nope. Kazuki? Where am I? I don't remember coming here. It's alright, Ayami. We're in the hospital. I'm here for you. Now, I know how you always liked getting ahead of me, but please listen to me until the end, okay? A few days ago, there was a hostage situation in Kamakura. It ended badly. Hey, Kwan, how you doing? You shot that girl. Then, well, the doctors say you had some kind of mental breakdown. You're awake. Good. And how are you feeling today, Miss Ito? You seem much calmer now. Yeah, I guess I was a bit confused after blacking out. Yes, according to the studies we've read, that's quite common for people who experience the kind of trauma you did. Tell me, do you feel the following symptoms? Please answer with yes or no only. Alright, we're gonna get a litmus test. Shortness of breath. I'm going to follow the game's logic. No? No, I'm breathing fine. Nausea? No. No, I feel fine. Blurred vision? No? No, I can see fine. Fatigue? Yes. Yes, I think maybe I should lie down. No! I added one to my neurosis. I should have kept saying no. We've given you a mild antipsychotic in light of your recent episode. It's our duty to make sure you are mentally and physically fit for duty, you understand? Yes. Good. Let me explain your medicine to you. We have conducted a series of tests since the incident in Kamakura. We found no evidence or history of neurological damage, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorder. I'm writing up the episode as a stress-induced breakdown. For your safety and the safety of others, however, we strongly recommend that you take these pills daily for a period of several months. Take a look at your chart, Miss Ito. To help keep track of the well-being of your workers in the public sector, we developed the SPIN system to monitor various aspects of your well-being. I can't believe they just gamified the chart. I can't believe they just gamified the chart. I'll hand it. It's clever. Very a little stupid, but clever. SPIN stands for Sanity, Professionalism, Investigation, and Neurosis. We'll be monitoring your SPIN attributes closely in subsequent checkups, and I'd suggest you do the same. In light of recent events, let's first consider your sanity, your ability to accurately perceive the world around you. Without taking your daily medication, given your condition, incidents like you recently experienced are more likely to occur again. For now, I strongly suggest you take your medicine. Since your first dose is due today, please take it now. Here. I'll take the meds. Unfortunately, as you may have noticed, there are some side effects. Through taking antipsychotic medication, you will decrease the chances of any future psychotic episodes. They make you a bit drowsy and unfocused. So I lost a chunk to my investigation, but my sanity went up. Oh, I didn't notice. I'm considered stressed and shaken right now. As a detective, this course may lower your investigative abilities and your aptitude for seeing details while on the case. However, your partner mentioned you may have experienced hallucinations at the time of your breakdown, so taking your medicine is imperative to keeping your mind clear of these visions. I should warn you, however, that if for whatever reason you are unable to take your medication and your sanity as measured by SPIN gets very low, you might suffer from a total psychotic breakdown. And as I'm sure I need to tell you, for someone in your position, that would cause both the department and your family a considerable amount of embarrassment. I mean, sure. So please remember to take your medication, Miss Ito. In order to avoid missed doses and develop a routine, I recommend that you keep your pills in a familiar place like your apartment so you can take them every time you come home. You should also be careful of neurotic actions, endlessly talking to people, pacing back and forth, traveling around aimlessly, and the like. Studies show that neurosis can act as a multiplier that exponentially speeds up a patient's loss of sanity. Given your current condition, that can be dangerous. We found that the patient becomes less neurotic by taking time out to take care of themselves. I feel called out. Detective Tanaka tells me you have a pet. Perhaps spending some time with the animal, relaxing and getting a good night's sleep would help reduce the levels of neurosis we see on your chart. The stress-relieving actions have no negative side effects in relation to your medication or condition. I'll leave it to your superiors to discuss professionalism with you, but it has a measurable effect on the SPIN chart. Do you understand the importance of SPIN? Or do you want me to explain it to you again? No, I understand. Kasuki, thank God you came. I need to get out of here. They've got me taking enough sedatives to knock out a damned elephant. If they tell you and they'll let me out, I missed you. Besides, I'm going nuts laying around here all day. Funny you should say that, Ayumi. I think the going crazy thing is what they're worried about, too. That's not funny. Sorry, but in life you can either laugh or cry, and if you ask me, spare it a laugh. It shouldn't be much longer now. The doctor says he wants to observe you a little longer. That's all. How are you feeling? Better, but I don't remember what happened very well. The whole thing is kind of hazy. I remember that I was feeling strange, like there was someone else there with me. And that mask, I have to stop you there, Ayumi. I've heard enough about that thing. It was all over the report, and Yukimura gave me one hell of a lecture about even leaving a mention of it in there. Where is it now? That's not important. You made a mistake. No, that's not fair. Given the situation, I don't blame you. Even in the report, you can barely call it a mistake. A highly unstable suspect had a knife to a girl's throat, and you took the shot. No matter what the other people say, I'm standing by you both now and at the hearing. I don't know what you saw, but I know you had a reason for what you did. People at HQ are already starting to take your side, but please, no more talking about that mask. It will only hurt your case and keep you in this hospital longer. Trust me, nobody wants that, least of all me. Not to mention Yukimura's had a hell of a time stopping the brass from suspending you. So help him out a bit, will ya? Whatever you think you saw that day wasn't supernatural. Besides, thinking about it isn't going to help you get better. So no more worrying about it, okay? You're right. It was a confusing situation, and I guess my mind is grasping at straws, trying to come to terms with it. You know, Kazuki, I think I need a break from all this. From being a cop, I didn't sign up to hurt, to kill people. I know. We'll talk about it later. For now, you should get some rest. There's nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be okay, I promise. Oh no, we're back. Ugh. Alright. Let's take a pill. The pills the doctor gave me right here on the table where Kazuki left them. Count on him to pester me about my health even when he's gone. I hate these pills, but I'll keep taking them. For your sake. Sanity plus 10, investigation minus 10. Ugh. Ah. I don't like it. Hey, little one. Look at you, sleeping there. Not a care in the world. At least you're alright. I don't know what I'd do if both you and Kazuki... No, I can't think like that. I smelled all of this and too many unanswered questions. I'll get to the bottom of it and manage to salvage a normal life out of this, somehow. Don't worry, little one. Yeah. We're back in real time now. An article from 2 weeks ago. Everything is laid out so neat and factual. It makes it seem so simple. It's like all that happened to someone else, like the Ito on the page is a different person from some other world, yet it's not. That's what happened to me, or so they say. The article barely mentions the girl, the bloody bag, or the red paint. How can they write this stuff like it's true? The press will simplify any story to sell to the papers, just like Kazuki always did. Other things about that night don't add up either. After backup finally did arrive, they couldn't find any trace of the girl. Fingerprints on the red paint were inconclusive, and the knife at the scene was clean too. That's what they told me, but there's no way that can be true. What really happened down there? I'm not gonna bother trying to read the article in full for you guys. I've been avoiding spending too much time in this room lately. Memories of that night always come flooding back whenever I do. Sometimes I think I can hear his voice just beyond the door. And then when I open it, I'll see him there and find these last few weeks just to be a bad dream. But it's no dream. He's gone. I don't know what hurts more, the fact that he's gone or the way that it happened, taken by a girl who shouldn't exist. Rena, that was her name. I remembered a few days after the sewer but kept it to herself. At the end of the debriefing, they had me talk to the station psychiatrist, and one look from her was enough to figure out what everyone else must be thinking. The police reports, the press, no one's mentioning the girl. But I saw what I saw. If she came back, then maybe. If I could only get some time to collect my thoughts and investigate the scene myself, sure I could find something to prove she was there. I doubt they'll let me anywhere near it, though, at least for now. One way or another, I'll find the truth.
Hey, I brought you some dinner.
Thanks, Yumi. You didn't have to do that.
You need to eat something, neighbor. Can't just sit around all day, right?
I know that, it's just... It's alright, you don't have to thank me. I'm no good with this stuff. But, Yumi, I'm really sorry about Kazuki. I mean, I know he meant a lot to you, and I didn't know him very well, but... Stop! Just stop, you don't! I'm sorry, Yumi, I didn't mean it. Forget it. Forget I said anything. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I guess it's all been a bit much. What the hell? That was a big one, huh? Tokyo earthquake. And yet the cat is unperturbed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I know we're not best friends or anything. I was just worried is all. Sorry, Yumi, that's my phone. Work again? It's like they know when we're talking. Yeah, maybe. I have to take this in. Yumi, thanks for the food. Anytime.
Hey.
Ito here.
I'm sorry I didn't call sooner. I need you to come to the station as soon as you can.
What's this about?
It'd be easier if we talked in person. See you soon.
I've worked with Saki Ishibashi for years now, and she hasn't changed a bit. Hard work and pleasant smile are only matched by her love of gossip. Oh, hey, Ito. Didn't think we'd see you back so soon. Well, ready or not, I'm here. About what happened. It's alright, Saki. You don't need to say anything. It's just so awful, and I know you two are close. I mean, I heard... Yeah, we were, but seriously, you can leave it alone. I'm fine. If you say so, but I'm glad you're being so positive. No matter what people say, I know you cared about him and did everything you could to save him. Yeah, this one's tough. Trying to do two distinctive female voices like this, it hurts my voice just a little bit. Thanks, Saki. Wait, what exactly are people saying? I guess it's only fair to give you a heads up since we're friends. There have been rumors about what happened to Tanaka. Rumors? What kind of rumors? Well, that's... Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to upset you. Out with it, Saki. We both know you can't keep something like this to yourself for long. So you might as well tell me now. Fine, but you didn't hear it from me, Kay. On account of all the bad press surrounding Tanaka, the high-ups are looking for someone to pin this all on. Someone close to the case, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I understand. Understand it just fine. Officer Bando told me earlier that Taida was boasting about some promotion, then I saw some movers going into your office on the CCTV earlier. It doesn't look good is all. Tiara? That guy needs a swift punch to the back of the head sooner than he needs a promotion. And movers in my office? This is too much. See, I told you you'd be upset. It's not all definite, though. All I know for sure is what I've seen on the monitors and what Bondo's told me. Hold on a second. Who's Officer Bondo? That's not some alias you came up with. I only tried that with you one time and you figured out right away. Bando transferred in from Osaka a few weeks ago. He's a total sweetheart. Sometimes he comes and talks with me at the front desk when he's free. Huh. Did he say anything else about Tiara's mysterious promotion? Not that I can remember. All I know that he's been on the 4th floor doing some legwork for the detectives lately and overheard it. If I run by my office, maybe I'll see this Officer Bondo and ask him myself. Hey, that reminds me, if you see him, could you give him this? I'm gonna ask, what is it? What is it? I don't think the frog drawing follows standard police procedure. Do you like it? It's cute, right? See, I'm trusting you with this because it's more of a private thing. I'll give it to him, though, right? Sure. It's like I've done and come back to high school. Yeah, sure, I'll give it to him. But you owe me. Oh, man, my professionalism went down. That blows. Guess you better head to Yakimura's office soon, huh? Yeah, so you knew about that too, huh? Thanks for keeping me up to date, Saki. Fine, I'll ask about Officer Bondo. So what's the story with you and this new guy? Sending letters isn't exactly your usual subtle tactic, Saki. Hardy har har, very funny. This one's different. He seems like a keeper, and he's not half bad looking to boot. I'm almost 25. I'm practically an old woman. If I don't find someone soon and settle down, I'll die alone. Yeah, that's that Japanese Christmas cake stereotype for you. Do I need to explain Christmas cake? Do I actually need to explain Christmas cake for the uninitiated? Yeah. You know what? If you're curious, please just look it up on TV tropes. Even listening to you stresses me out, Saki. I'm sure your prospects are fine. Investigation +1. I could look or I could ask about the CCTV. I see you haven't slowed down in your viewing habits, Saki. Well, they do pay me to keep an eye out for suspicious behavior. It's not my fault if I happen to notice some other stuff at the same time. Like that Detective Ikeda always fixes her hair before she sees Detective Suzuki, or that Officer Sato takes off his wedding ring when he enters the building. Anyway, I have to be careful. Yukimura says if anything happens on my watch, he'll make me pay for it. I should have just looked at it straight on. Oh well. Alright, what's my spin like? My professionalism is -7. Good God. Uh, okay. Oh, what? Okay, we'll look at evidence storage and forensics is in the basement. The reception level, Saki's probably sitting there now watching all the CCTV footage. Investigative units offices, Kazuki and I have offices on this floor. Yukimura's office, right at the top. I thought I was gonna go deliver I should have denied the frickin' letter. Sorry to have to call you in like this, I know I promised you some time off after this whole rotten situation. I'd meant to talk to you earlier, but with everything going on, well, you know how it is. It's been a media circus for the last 2 weeks. Damn reporters were waiting for any excuse they could go for our throats, and they found it. Then the deputy chief starts calling me, then the chief. Hell, I got a call from the mayor last night. All of them want this case solved, and out of our mind. Heh. If he was here to see it, Tanaka would be furious about all the bureaucracy. Can't even count the number of times he yelled at me after his similar speeches I made to him. He was a good man. Yes, sir, he was. Let's cut to the chase. With every paper and news station covering your case, the mayor's demanding a formal inquiry into your conduct. Now, before you say anything, I'm not saying I would have done better in your shoes. The whole thing was rotten, if you ask me. Unfortunately, there are no do-overs in police work, and even choices that seemed right at the time can turn around and bite us later on. Yeah, I'm learning that. It's not only you. I made a mistake that night by sending you in alone. I'll pay for that, too. Keep an eye on your professionalism by using the spin system from time to time. Don't give those vultures anything to pick at. It's not just about the inquiry, though. I'm concerned about you. The choices you make, professional or otherwise, have far-reaching effects in the future. The people who will work with you and trust you, and the options you have available to you all hinge on your ability to keep a professional face. One more thing. Given the circumstances, we think it best to transfer you out of the violent crime department for the time being. Transfer? But sir, I don't understand. I've already done twice the amount of work as someone of the veterans. And I've already done twice the amount of work as some of the veterans, and I've only been in the unit for a few years. Surely my record would speak for itself. I mean, at least let's talk about it first. This isn't a negotiation, detective. Think of it as a chance to get a fresh start. For the next month, you'll continue to be on leave. Fully paid, of course. I'll need to take your badge until your return. The gun you can turn in downstairs. When you come back, you'll be helping out with some of the vice and insurance fraud cases. Since another detective will be moving into your place, we'll need you to clear out your office. I've asked the movers to come in today to give you a hand. Do I make myself clear, Ito? Okay. I want to go, but there's more to this. I will. Sir, I know you think I screwed up, but there's more going on. I just need a bit more time to make a case, that's all. That's enough, Detective. Until the internal hearing about your case is complete, there'll be no further discussions of this. Now please go to your office and pack away any personal items to be shipped home. The rest stays with us. And Ito, take care of yourself. I knew that was going to up my neurosis. I knew it. I just needed to see what was going to happen. Oh, come on. How are these controls? Right, I needed to push A. Let's just push the button. Hey, Ito, hold up. I heard you were back in the station relishing about Tanaka. He was one great detective. You're right, he was the best. Almost hard to believe he let himself get caught the way he did. I mean, it's weird, right? He goes missing and can't manage to contact anyone even once. I thought we'd have tried to get in touch with you at least, since you were his partner and all. Oh, I was right to use my slime voice for this guy. Anyway, you shouldn't blame yourself, Ito. It was dumb to send you down there alone with no backup. Let's face it, there's no way you could have handled that one on your own. I wanna punch him. You would have done better? Or, no, we'll be professional and say implying something. Trying to imply something about me, Taria? Who? Me? Nah. But what do you expect when they send a little detective in all by yourself? All I'm saying is you could have used their help. Sometimes I close my eyes and count to 10, hoping that when I open them, Taria will disappear. Unfortunately, that tactic hasn't worked yet. I once was partnered with Detective Nita and was surprised by how competent he is. If he didn't attach himself to Taria, he would have probably made a good detective. An alarm for fires, earthquakes, and other emergencies. Alright, so there's nothing else. They told me that only female detective asked me to give me extra space, which translated to sticking me at the end of the hall. Yeah. Anything else? Seriously, I use for quick access to the rest of the building. Only the detectives and the odd janitor ever really use it. Okay. What a morning. I'm exhausted. First, the boss dumps me out of violent crimes, and then they send movers here ahead of me so everyone in the station knows about my demotion before I do. What a mess. As if I wasn't going through enough already. At least with my public shaming, I doubt anyone will have the courage to bother me in here. Gives me a chance to regroup and plan my next move. Ah, shit. Kazuki gave me this silver hairpin for my birthday last year. Seems so long ago. And new emails in my inbox from Yukimura. It looks like it's gone out to all the detectives. Let's see, Detective Ito has been under a lot of pressure. The tragic loss of Tanaka has affected us all. I think I see where this is leading. There it is. It'll be temporarily reassigned. So he did make it public. How humiliating. Real nice of him to wait until I was out of his office before he hit send. After all this time, why doesn't he believe me? Cue funny image? Yep! I've been in this office for years now, quietly working my way into the boys' club to be respected as a detective. Look at it now, all the hard work shoved in some boxes he handed off to whoever Brown knows their way into a promotion, no doubt. Can't help but feel like my hard work wasn't worth anything all these years, as if it can be so easily packed away and forgotten. Do I click look a second time? Yukimura doesn't believe me. I'm the laughingstock at the station and now be moved out of the office. To top it off, Samurai Man! How you doing? Doesn't get much worse than this, but it's Yukimura that stings the most. I thought I could trust him, but instead he tells me to turn in my gun like I'm some sort of criminal. Sitting around here isn't going to change anything. They won't investigate. I will. First things first, I need to get my hands on that mask. Raina mentioned it over and over. It's the only clue I have to go on. Jesus. Forensics gave the mask a once-over and stuffed it down the basement. I should go down and scope it out. The OST has completely changed. Slightly. Officer Bando, the recent traces from Osaka. It seems like Saki from the front desk is quite smitten with the guy. Alright, fine. You know what? We'll introduce ourselves. Hi, you must be the new transfer from Osaka. I am Detective Ito. That's right. Transferred me in last week. How you doing, Detective? Please, call me Bando. Y'all ever get a big station here? I'm embarrassed to say, but never could find my way around the Tokyo branch all that well. Got myself lost half the time, to tell you the truth. So, you must be the one that's all over the news. Don't worry, never could trust the press. None of them know a damn thing about police work if you're asking me. And it sounded like you caught a rough one. Sorry about your partner. Thanks. Rough is an understatement. We'll give the envelope. Ishibashi at the front desk wanted me to give you this. Saki did? Well, hand it over and let's have a look. Oh, well, I didn't reckon she said something like this. It's just because you don't know her like we do, Officer Bando. Yeah, well, do me a favor, would you? I know it's not exactly professional, but tell her to meet me on the roof in about 20 minutes. I'd do it myself, but I'm too busy. I'm gonna say to ask her yourself. Don't you think you should ask her yourself? I just got swamped with work and, well, I'm not very good with these things. You don't have to, but consider passing on the message for me. Maybe I'm busy. If you didn't notice, I'm a little busy, Bando. If you want to fool around with Ishibashi, surely you can do it on your own time? Jeez. I won't twist your arm or nothing, but I would sure appreciate it. I haven't been penalized yet. Security camera to entrance is the locker 24/7. Didn't you think you'd stick around down here after that big earthquake this morning, Mori? Don't remind me. I'm trying to keep my mind off it. How you holding up, Detective? Taking it one day at a time, I guess. Honestly, I'm surprised to find you still working in evidence, Tanaka. Put in recommendations for you for promotion. Yeah, I think people upstairs have other things on their minds right now, from the sounds of things. Besides, I think they stuck me down here because I was asking too many questions on my last case. May have pissed off a few of the wrong people. Ick. Makes me squirm thinking about what I'd be like being in an earthquake in this basement. I wish you hadn't reminded me. Oh, and I'm really sorry about Tanaka, Detective Ito. I respected him a lot. He'll truly be missed. Thanks. I miss him too. The gate to the evidence room is locked. Mori has the key, but in desperate times I've seen Kazuki pick the lock to get in. Okay, I'm not quite sure where to go next. Fine, I'll tell her. I passed on that letter you gave me. You did? Way to go, Ayami. What did it say? Was it too much? Wait, you didn't read it, did you? Oh god, you read it. Please forget everything you saw. Slow down, I didn't read it. He asked me to tell you to meet him on the roof as soon as possible. On the roof? That's romantic, right? It's like I'm in a TV drama. Oh, dang it, if I leave my post and something happens to those cameras, Yukimura will go nuclear. Decisions. I've got it. You're not on duty now, right? Watch the front desk for me. I won't be long. 10 minutes tops. Please, please, please? Sure. That's my girl. I know I can count on you not to stand in the way of true love. I'll be right back. With Saki gone, I could disable the recording systems and move around to the station without being seen, but not without getting her in trouble with Yukimura. Professionalism minus 10, investigation plus 5. I mean, I could go rogue cop route. I know this will hurt you, Saki, but I need that mask and I can't have anyone seeing me. We're going rogue cop. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Okay. I'm going back to my office to get the pin. Haha, I knew it! Okay. I don't want to knock out Mori. I'm assuming activating the alarm will get him out. Okay. We're going true rogue cop. Activate alarm. Evacuation of the building will start almost immediately after I pull the lever. Unfortunately, it'll be a short window before they realize what's happening, so I'll need to get to the evidence room quickly. Right, here goes nothing. This is one of the most annoying alarms ever. I apologize, guys. We pick lock. As I held the mask in my hands again, I immediately questioned why I had gone through such great lengths to get it back. A small piece of evidence wasn't worth the risk. It wasn't the answer to my problems. As strange as it sounds, I had hoped the mask would react the same way as it did when I touched it in Kamakura. And at least that's what I would have justified what I've done and proved the sensation I felt that day wasn't just in my head. The mask held in the evidence room is nothing more than rough old wood. No voices or visions, only an eerie quiet left in the wake of anticipation. Of course, I held on to it. The case was only getting started, and Rena's obsession with it couldn't be an accident. It still had a part to play. Thank God the alarm's over. The mask in my hands, I quickly left the station and jumped on the first train back to Shinjuku. Back to the alley where the whole mess had started. Something told me there was more to find in the sewer. The mask itself could wait until later. As the train made its way there, images and thoughts from that night engulfed me as it started to feel queasy. Then, when my stop approached, the pit in my gut changed from fear to something else. I realized I had enough of other people telling me what to feel or how to act. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that the only one who could give me any sense of closure was myself. Dang. Whew, boy. You again. Hey, take it easy. I saw what you did to Goto at the bar the other night. I don't want any trouble. You can relax. I'm off duty. Besides, you know as well as I do that guy was a scumbag. Making him wet his pants was the only way of getting anything useful out of him. Can't exactly argue with that. But scum or not, he's a big spender. You could have been a bit more gentle. Sorry. It's fine. I'm sure I'll be back eventually. Whether I wanted them to be or not. Anyway, I heard the news about what happened to you and your partner that night. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Thanks. I didn't figure you care much about what happened to Copper, all things considered. Meaning what? My job, it's true. Police come here all the time and act like gods. They order drinks, threaten me, and feel me up thinking I don't care. My boss tells me to ignore it since happy cops are good for business. Honestly, they're worse than the customers they're supposed to protect from us. So yeah, all things considered, I don't love the police, but that doesn't make me a robot. Nobody deserves to die alone. If you told your buddies at the station that something terrible like that happened to me, some nobody hostess, do you think they give a shit? I would care. I wish I could say you're wrong, but years in the force have taught me that being a police officer doesn't make you a better person. A lot of people lose sight of what it is to be human just because some government official gave them the badge. How long have you been doing this job? Not long, only about 2 years, and with 4 different shops. They all promise the same thing, better pay and customers that will treat you with respect. I'm still waiting on both of those things. Business has been long in the pits lately. Gotten some offers that might pay better, but they're at clubs with more of an adult vibe. They say I wouldn't have to do anything weird, but I don't know. I've heard rumors about what happens to some of the girls at those places. But a country girl like me doesn't exactly have a whole lot of job prospects, and they'd be good money. This one's easy. Don't do it. But ever heard of the phrase, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it? No, not really. Well, take it from me. No one's going out of their way to help you. But that doesn't mean you can't help yourself. Just think it over before you say yes to that offer, okay? I think I've been getting advice from a cop. Alright, I'll think about it. You got a name? Yeah, it's me, Ho. Don't tell anyone, though. The bosses don't like it when customers know our real names. Between us girls, I've wanted to slam Goto into a wall for months. See you around, detective. That did nothing for my stats? Are you serious? Oh, hello, detective. I heard about what happened that night after the other police and reporters showed up. I'm really sorry to hear about your partner. I can't even imagine what it's like to lose somebody like that. Thanks, Daiso, right? Yep, that's me. I'm surprised you remembered. Remember that, detective. No need for detective. I'm not on duty. Ayami's fine. How are things? Did that night hurt your business too? In all honesty, business wasn't really better or worse because of it. If anything, I got a little uptick when the reporters were here. But eventually they left too, just like everyone else. It was always my dream to cook and start a restaurant, but it's been a constant uphill struggle. What's the point? I'm gonna tell him not to give up. I don't know, it might not mean much coming from me, but I believe you should stick it out to the end, no matter what. A lot of it comes down to attitude, right? So if you stay down in the dumps, people will taste that emotion in the food. That's something no amount of alcohol can mask. Yeah, I guess I've been beating myself up for weeks now. Maybe that's not helping, huh? I mean, I'm still competing with scumbags around here, but I'm trying to keep my head above the water for now. Thanks, Detective Ayami. Stop by again anytime. Drinks on the house. Thanks, Daiso. Maybe I'll take you up on that one day. That may not have done anything for my stats, but you know what? I'm pretty sure that's going to pay off later, thanks to what was the name of the superintendent again? I forget. I still don't know what the passcode for that is. I smell of rotting meat, a phone ringing over and over. Reina, did that all really happen? Oh, hey, is that detective from the other night? I wonder if she remembers me. That detective is right here and can hear you, since she's standing right next to you, Kobayashi. Oh, how did you know my name? It's written on your name tag, kid. Ooh, right on. I guess you gotta be pretty smart to be a detective. Well, I didn't think I'd see you in the flesh again after the other night. You're all over the news. Don't know if you knew that. Yeah, kid, I'd have a rough idea. You still doing, actually, what is it that you do? I clean and do stuff, sometimes here, sometimes over there. All over the place, really. It's pretty rad. Oh, yeah, can I, have that dumpster key back? Someone locked it back up on it, so I haven't emptied it, and the boss is starting to get suspicious. Oh, I don't have it on me. Sorry. Seriously? Oh, man. Well, thanks anyway, man. Woman. Miss? There's gotta be something about all of these hidden Maneki Nekos. Do I dare try to point at it? It's in the bottom left, next to the filing cabinets. The police tape is all that's left of the department's investigation. They're more focused on writing in the office and saying than finding answers in the sewer. Let's enter. It's now or never. No more excuses. I have to look around and find out what really happened that night. The air still feels heavy and still as it did the night I came in here, looking for Kazuki. Does it look like much has changed since then? I'm not sure what I expected, anything different. Even if it turns out to be nothing, I should have a look around and see what I can find. I've already come this far after all. No, it's just a question of shrink it was down here I would put it in the first place. Yukimura said it wasn't relevant to the case. The red markings are still on the walls. Was she trying to guide me to her, or were they for something else? The bottom of the well is hidden in darkness. It seems the course of the investigation of the crime scene, a rope was brought to get down. Wish I thought of that. Yeah, if I had known I could have backtracked. Okay. We've been at it for just under an hour and a half. I think that was creepy. Part of me wants to call it here for the night, just so we can have a fresh jump scare first thing in our next playthrough. But part of me wants to get a really good one before we call it a night. Oh, I thought the OST was gonna just like drop a bass and get really heavy in the background. Guess I was wrong. You know what? No. I think we're going to call it here for the evening. So yeah. That's been session 2 for Tokyo Dark Remembrance. Part of me feels a little angry at this game. But overall, I kind of want to keep unraveling this mystery, so unless something truly wacky happens, we'll be back at it next week, and I'll see everyone then. Take care, guys.